Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charlie. I am a barber at Tomb45 Barber Shop. We are located on Channel Side. This is a new barber shop. They just opened up. We've been here for a couple months now. And today, we're gonna be doing a mid-taper fade with a little trim on top. Pretty much it's like an Edgar. He doesn't like to call it an Edgar, but that's what it is. It's an Edgar. It's a little shorter Edgar though. Let's get it ready. All right, so first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with cutting off from the top. I wanna make sure that everything is nice and even on the top. So I like to section my guideline first from the top. Honestly, we can do sections, right? We can do a whole bunch of sections. We can do all that pretty fancy stuff, right? But honestly, I'm a barber that don't have time. I have to go straight to it. So what I do is get my guideline first. Get my guideline, go right with it. I have to get that front guideline out the way first. And I'm always coming at a 180 degree. Always at 180 degrees. Now I can go from front to back. Where I can do that, just run off a little bit. I want the middle right now. Nothing but the middle. It's my guideline. I keep on following it. And as you can see, everything already looks even, but I can already tell where the spots that are left that I have to cut off. I just keep on digging in. You know, a lot of guys, when they cut the hair for the Edgar, when they get this haircut of the Edgar, they usually use the guard. There's a whole bunch of guards now. They got it all the way up to like the 16 guard. I have never used anything over an 8 guard. I'm always using shear work. Honestly, anything after the 3 guard, I'm using shear work. The reason why is because to me it's a lot easier. You know, some guys have problems with shear work, but I love shear work. Me personally, it's the best thing. So my guide is right here. I'm following my guide, and I just keep on matching everything else. As you guys see, as I'm cross-checking now, everything is pretty much par. So on his hair, he has like a cowlick. This little cowlick, it's kind of puffy. It's always been like that. So what I try to do is try to minimize it. Sometimes I thin it out, blend it in a little bit more, but I try to take more off this side than the front. 245 clippers, man. Let's get it started. If he wants a low fade, start right here. Mid fade is more around here, but I like to keep my ball line low because that gives me space to fade in. So I'm gonna start about right here. I like to keep it with like a burst in it. So I usually, when I set my lines, I go like half a moon. I keep the lines like that so when I'm faded, it gives me a guide of how I'm gonna fade. If I'm gonna fade straight or if I'm gonna fade within like a rainbow. Now we're gonna go with the Tomb45 clippers. I'm gonna go no guard, open. I'm gonna start off with the 2, obviously, but I'm talking about the mid fade, the back. So now, I always start open, then I start closing it little by little, until I'm still going about the same distance, but just a little bit lower. As I close it, I go lower and lower. 1.5, we're gonna repeat the same process, open to close. And as you guys can see, I usually always use my corners. Usually people want to use their corners for details. I just get it out the way from the beginning. Now we're down to the 1, all the way open. Now we're going with the half. Same process, open. You always want to keep that at an angle. The last line that I have, I can either take this line out or I can go to my bottom one. I usually like going to the bottom because it gives me a reference of where I have to fade in the top. I'm going open and I'm closing it little by little. What I love about the Tomb45 clipper is that it has its notches. You're not getting that line out, just try going from notch to notch, little by little, notch to notch, until you get to that last notch. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm putting the half card on, right? Put up everything else that I'm gonna do now to erase this line is gonna be clipper over comb. Clipper over comb, then I might put in some shear over comb work too. But I'm first gonna start off the booking with the clip over comb. The way I like to control my comb, even if you're not cutting the client, just practice it. I'm gonna go the same thing with the shears. I'm just gonna clean up those stragglers that I don't like that are in the way. So on the comb, you see that this is pretty much my guideline. All that is what I'm chipping at. I'm gonna go open, no guard. And as you guys can see, I'm still using my corners. I'm using my corners now more than ever because of the fact that I have so much space to work with. If I go flat like this, I'm creating a line over here, line over there. Corner work, beauty. Always be aware of his ear. You don't want to take his ear off. Same process, open to close. I always go open to close because I'm playing it safe. I like playing it safe, man. Remember, you can always take hair off. You can never put that back on. That's gonna be the hardest part. .5. Same thing with the corners. Corner work, corner work, corner work. Mind you, what's creating that line up there, right there, is the hairs up here. So in order for me to erase that line, I have to take the hairs from up here. A lot of people just try to focus on and stay right there, right there, right there. You're never gonna get that line out. Don't be afraid. Get up in there. Gotta get up in there. Clean up with the little shield work around that area. Same thing, same process. That's open to close. To close. One thing I love about Tomb 45's clipper, see those grips? It just falls right into your hand. That grip, right into your fingers, to your thumb. I love how it just feels right. You guys remember, I did make the line with the trimmer. I did make it with the trimmer, right? So, being so that I made the line with the trimmer, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it out with the trimmer. Doing half guard, clip over comb. When you're always doing clip over comb, you always want to pull out as much as you can. It doesn't matter if you just take the dead ends out, right? Like this, just a little tiny bit. That's good enough. Because why? Because you're walking it down. You can little by little see the results and get the results that you're looking for. All right, guys, here comes the fun part. Shape up. Try to keep it at wherever it starts getting dark. Start roughly around there. His hair's laying down pretty good, so I don't need to use hairspray or anything. Look at that. Same thing with the trimmers, man. 245 trimmers, bro. They feel amazing. Look at that. Nice, clean line. As you guys can see, as I'm going around his ear, I usually use my finger as my pivot. Once you do this, it pretty much creates his own C. You guys need to practice start doing that with your corners, whichever one makes it easier for you. Look at that. As you guys can see, I'm only using my corners. Mark it. So I want to keep his hairline kind of natural, but also straight. Don't want to give him that much of an aggressive look, but then again I do, but then I don't. All right guys, I just came back from washing the client's hair. It's still damp a little bit. Still want it to be damp because I will be using Tomb45 sea salt spray. In my eyes, the best product we have. I love it. I use it pretty much every single time. Just try to spread it out as much as I can. What the sea salt spray is gonna do, it's gonna give it some texture, make it look like he just got straight out the beach. Take that frizziness that he has away. And blow dry him real quick. I'll grab it and give it a little twist towards the front. Same thing on this side, but I'm coming from this side now. I'm going in, out, forward, forward, forward. All right, so now you see what the sea salt spray did, right? It's dry, gave it some texture, it's kind of poofy. So what I'm gonna do now is to be able to control how I want it to comb. So what I'm gonna use is destructible clay. It's a soft clay, natural matte finish. So I'm about to do about a finger, bam, and I just try to spread it out as much as I can. It's not much. I don't want it to be too thick. I just need a little bit that it still gives it that damp look. So many ways you can go with this. That way, whichever way you would like to style it.